Hi everybody, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small. Today I'm continuing my look at some Gaslands stuff. Gaslands, a post-apocalyptic vehicular combat game from Osprey War Games. It is a about 20mm 1/64 scale post-apocalyptic racing game with the thought or intention that you can use this with very inexpensive Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars or any of those things. Very cool game. So this video we're just going to talk about some of the cars. So you can go anywhere and pick these up. So this one, which was a Ford Shelby, I picked up at my supermarket. They had them there for $1. I'm going to warn you guys, this can be addictive. I've got like probably 30 or 40 cars now, and every time we go out, my daughters will be like, can I get another car? And sure, it's only $1. After paying like $20, $30 for a Warhammer character model, or $50 for a box of 5 tanks, $1 for this? That's pretty awesome. So now that said, there are different things. You know, $1 is about average. You find these for $1. Walmart, Target, supermarket. I also went to my local Goodwill, hit a couple of them, and they have like these bins, 5 toys for $1, and I just rifled through those and found old beat up Hot Wheels and anything that I thought I could use, and picked up, I don't know, probably about 20 cars for $3 or $4. 20 cents a car from Goodwill is a good source if they have some. The other extreme though is you can spend more money. So I did spend more money on a couple of cars that I just really liked. So I ordered, being growing up in the 70s and 80s, I liked Smokey and the Bandit. So I never had a Trans Am, but now I could. So I ordered this on, I think it was on eBay, and it was like $5. So I can have the Trans Am I always wanted when I was a teenager but never got. So I got a couple of cars like this that were a little bit more expensive, but even then, $5. Yeah, I can do that for a couple of cars, centerpiece cars. And really, when you're playing the game, you know, a team, you might have 2, 3, 4 or 5 cars, depending on, you know, if you have dune buggies or motorcycles, you might have more, but you're gonna just have 2 or 3 cars on your team, and that's it. That's all you need. So you're really not investing a lot. So I got this. I picked up a couple of other ones that were kind of cool, like the Mad Max car. I'm sure a lot of people got that one, the Interceptor, and the DeLorean from Back to the Future. My son picked up the Batmobile. So, you know, you can have all kinds of fun with that. So you buy these, but you want to turn them into post-apocalyptic cars. Now, there's no reason why you can't be high-tech. There are a couple of high-tech teams or factions in Gaslands, or you could go Mad Max, total ramshackle. It's up to you. But for us, I was just trying to play around with these cars. Since each one of these is $1, you can, you know, if you ruin it, so what? Pound it flat with a hammer and use it as terrain. But you start with these. What we have been doing is taking them apart. So these are actually some cars that I was working with my daughters. My daughters really got into the fact that we could just go and get some cars and play with them. My 10-year-old actually played Gaslands with us the other night and had a blast. She almost wrecked the Batmobile, which was pretty cool. But basically, these cars, you can take them apart by using a drill. So most of these cars they're riveted, which it's too bad that they're not, you know, Phillips head screw or anything like that. And the Hot Wheels ones in particular, most of them are metal rivets, so you got to drill those out, and that can be kind of a chore. Some of the cars have plastic rivets that I've gotten, and I don't know if those were Matchbox, Hot Wheels, just different versions or what have you, but not all of them have metal rivets. But the ones that do are a little bit harder to get out. But you drill them out, it's no problem, and then you basically can break the car into its components. So this is a cool station wagon I wanted to build. and basically you've got all the parts, you know, that you could put it back together. But this way you can take the car and sand it. These metal bodies, like this is a metal body, we sanded down, filed, sanded down, and then right now I just have a coat of Tamiya primer on it. My daughter had some cool kind of science fiction-y looking car that was a plastic body, so it really didn't need much. We scuffed it up a little bit, but she likes the high-tech look. This is another metal body. So you can take these off and then paint them, or you could just paint the whole thing. The first car I did, I actually painted the whole thing. But this way you could, it gives you more options. You might be able to mod it, or it'll be easier to glue, like if you want to put mesh instead of windows in there, or armor plates, you could do that a little bit easier when it's separated. And then here also you can see kind of the example of where I drilled it out. You can see the kind of the shrapnel there. But again, not bad. You got a drill, you got something that can drill those metal rivets, you should be fine. So once you paint them, then you can mod them out, or in this phase I might start putting guns. So this is something I built. I did not take this one apart. I just wanted to, people were watching TV, so I just started sticking things on this weird Volkswagen Beetle hybrid car that I got. You just stick things on it. So I put spikes on the top, glue some tubes on the back, some more tubes, some paperclip spikes for a ram, you know, some just pieces of plastic card, and really that's, you know, that's about it. And you just build these, you just do whatever you want with them. And again, they're $1, so you mess up, no big deal. This one, again, I didn't separate. I just kind of glued it. Initially, my daughters were kind of horrified because I glued the wheels so they don't roll anymore. And they started to call me the Sid from Toy Story for torturing these cars and, you know, basically hobbling them so they could never be played with again. But they're coming around. They're coming around. It is kind of sad that they can't roll anymore, but they can't roll during the game. That just messes it up. So then you do this. You know, this one I primed, which was kind of cool. This is another one that I primed in black and then started gluing stuff, and then realized I wanted to glue extra stuff. I think that's a hatch from Team Yankee. Basically, I grabbed my bits box and old frames. I'm glad I don't throw that stuff away, and just started gluing them on there. You can see all these. I think that's heavy gear plastics there. And then you can paint them. So then this guy was just a real simple paint job. These are vibro blades from Heavy Gear. I think these are Heavy Gear machine guns. I didn't do much to this car because this was the first one. I just wanted to kind of have a proof of concept. I did paint the windshield, but it looks pretty cool. So, you know, you can go much more ramshackle than this if you wanted to. And then I did, being me, I had to have a blue car. So this one is a Mustang, I believe, and I put a minigun on there from I think that's Team Yankee. It's a Team Yankee minigun. And these were just bits and baubles from Forge World, I think. I don't know, just little extra pieces I had in my bits box. So this one obviously is a little bit better condition, this team. But again, you can build your cars however you want, and it's very easy to have multiple teams. So you want to have more of a Mad Max crazy, you want to have a cleaner team, you want to have, I don't know, Demolition Derby looking car. You can really, the sky's the limit. There are so many cars out there, so many Hot Wheels cars, so many Matchbox cars that you can build pretty much anything you want. And again, you don't need cars. You could do trucks, pickup trucks, and buses, and motorcycles, and anything like that. So it's really cool. So there you go, guys. That's a look at some of the modeling potential that you have in Gaslands. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do want to see more of Gaslands, let me know down in the comments below. Also, check us out on Facebook. I tend to snap some pictures of stuff that I'm working on, try to throw it up there so you can see what we're up to. But there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, as always, and keep on wargaming.